First thing to not do is to panic, and if you are, then just tell yourself you've got this. Welcome to my little story time about the struggles of doing photography. A few weeks back, I knew I was going to be doing 2 upcoming photo shoots, and because I haven't looked at my equipment in a while, I normally just store them in the dry box. I decided that I should go check it out before the event. And to my absolute horror, one of my lenses got fungus. Now, I just didn't really know what to do, because when your lenses has fungus, you know that immediately you need to start thinking of alternatives. Here are a few alternatives. You could either get a replacement, you could try to send it in for repair, but sometimes it's not really cost effective because the way it needs to be repaired requires a lot more, intricacies, and it costs a lot more in the end. You might as well just replace it with a brand new one. Or you could try to ask around or rent for, the similar lens just for that event. Spoiler, but I did none of those. So I actually went to speak to one of my friends who is a lot more experienced when it comes to photography, because my friend has been, an enthusiast for a few years now. And he said that if the lens doesn't affect the quality of the photo, if it's not affecting whether the pictures come out poorly at all, then it's not as drastic and you need not take immediate action. I was like, oh, okay, this is new. No one has really ever said that before, because previously I just used to panic about these things. I started to take a few snapshots, and, even the entire thing where I load the pictures onto my desktop, put it on Lightroom just to look and zoom in detail, like, okay, is this really okay? And you know what? It turns out that it was indeed okay, and I just proceeded, with the shoot with the lens. But of course, this made me realize that I need to be checking my dry boxes a lot more frequently, as well as making sure that it gets replaced so that I don't have to face this situation, hopefully, again. And I think this is one of the few things that people who are getting into photography, especially beginners, especially if you're owning a camera, an expensive one, with more than one lens, you should really, really take note and, invest in that dry box. Otherwise,